Welcome back. I'm Mr. Burke. We're still on our project 3D Print the World, and we're going to have a look at the Chrysler Building, which is in New York. And this is it here, again, made on TinkerCAD. Now, this is not going to be a step-by-step guide of showing you how to do it. It's just going to be a quick overview of how it can be done, and again, thinking of it in its basic shapes. So this is it made on TinkerCAD, so it is completely possible. Let's look at the exact same model, except this time there's no windows on it. So it's just a little bit easier to see, as you can see it there. Now, anytime you come to do your building or your structure on TinkerCAD, again, always just go on to Google or whatever site you want, type in the name of it, and try and get as many images of it as you can. Here you can see it's a nice image here of the different kind of steps of the building as it goes up there. There's some nice bits of the roof there in a photo a second ago as well. So you can see again here is the steps of it going up. Now this is a beautiful Art Deco building in New York. It's a great image of it there. Again, it's showing you steps. This was actually some of the history of it, of like how it could have been, but you can see it's got the same basic steps. Again, you can also go onto Google Earth, and here is Google Earth of New York, and you can see that is the Chrysler Building there. A bit of information about it as well. And here you can see the basic steps, and that's what we kind of want to try and do. Now, we're never going to be able to add in all those details. As you can see, you've got those kind of little, what almost look like kind of gargoyles there on the side that we saw in those images a second ago. Just down here, these, which I haven't added onto my model. Again, it's just trying to look very fancy. You can see it there as well. It's Art Deco is kind of defined by its extravagance and kind of simplistic but symmetrical detail. So it's very elegant, but at the same time, simply and symmetrical. It's quite interesting. Right, let's go on to our model then. And again, I've got a few things open here, so it can be a little bit laggy. I'm going to go backwards a few steps. And as you can see here, mine is not perfect. I'm just trying to make a representation of it, okay? And I'm happy enough with whatever I have. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to go backwards a few steps, and you'll be able to kind of see already how I was able to do it up. Now, definitely the most iconic thing about the Chrysler Building is the roof, and the top of it, I should say, not really roof, but the top here. And you can see here, I'm just going to go back a few steps, okay? And we can see it's not there. So for my very top, for my cone, it's just a cone in the middle. So let's zoom in on this. And you can see I have these models here. So if I drag this out, you can see I simply took a regular shape like this, and I put a semi-sphere on top of this. I joined them together. So let's get rid of those for now because I don't really care about them. I joined them together. I copied it, I rotated it, and I joined that together. So I was able to get that shape. There is there. And then it's just getting smaller as it goes up. So you can see they're just inside in each other. And then you can see I just have these triangular bits that go in there to them and then join it. So it's important to join these up in a certain scenario. So you can make them out over here. So for example, this one here, I can join these on and then add it in. Because if I have them all together here, so if I go backwards a few steps, if I join these together, my triangular bits are going to be cutting a bit more than what I want, okay? So what you can do a bit better is move that out over here, move this out there as well, join it up, again, use the align function, so it aligns it all together, join it, and then start adding things together. So make things separately, then bring them in together. So that's how I did the top, and actually it's very straightforward enough once you kind of think around the problem of it, as you can see there. I'll go backwards on that step so we can just come out a bit, and let's come down towards the bottom. So this bit, this steps here is very straightforward. Now, as you can see, if I move this out of the way, I have just these blocks in on top of each other, and I use this to cut them up. Now, it's not cut at the back, so that's why it's not there at the back, okay? Or maybe it is, maybe I've just moved it. And then when I have that cut, pull this over into the middle. So again, if I had to try and join everything now, it would cut a hole in this bit as well. So move that out of the way, join up, cut it, and drag it in. And you can see this is just made up of blocks of different sizes up on top of each other. Very straightforward. Okay. And again, let's just select all of those. Let's go align it to the center, align it to the center. And let's bring this out to the front. And then I could cut it up. So again, let's zoom back out there so we can see the whole thing and fit everything in. Okay, it's all dragged apart now. If I go back to my actual model of it, you can see once I add on